Big dilemma. Will I need a spoon or a fork for the Guinness stew? I'm starving. I've been waiting for this. This is Chef Michael Catania from Plae Bistro, which is in Bellevue. And you're making a Guinness stew for us, which is perfect on a cold day like today.
Yes, it is cold out there today, I'll tell you that much.
Is this something on the menu at Plae?
No, this is something I'll run every now and then, and we also like to do a Guinness stew or other fare that's Irish for St. Patrick's Day, so that's coming up as well.
That is coming up. All right, get us started.
So what I've done here is, I got to jump ahead of the game a little bit. I've taken quartered, or actually 1-inch cubes. I use tenderloin. You can use ground chuck.
Okay.
Or not ground chuck, just some chuck meat that's diced. You can find that at the supermarket. They call it stew meat.
Okay, and what did you do to it? Did you just brown it up a little?
I tossed it in flour after I seasoned it with a little salt and pepper.
Okay.
And then I browned the meat in this pan. I took the beef out, and then I added my onion. This is one full Vidalia onion that's diced. You could do a rough chop on all of your vegetables for this.
Okay.
And you want to cook the onions for about 5 minutes.
Which you've done.
Once I've done that, I'm going to add my garlic, which is 2 cloves or about a tablespoon.
Okay.
Basically, just want to sweat the garlic for about a minute. Once you've done that, I have 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. So I'm going to add that in there. This is going to help thicken it and also give it a little bit of color as well.
Okay.
So once I incorporate all that, you want to cook the tomato paste in to absorb all the oil. It'll absorb flavor for about 1 minute. And we'll speed that up a little bit. Okay. Once I've done that, I'm going to add, this is a little bit of A1 steak sauce. If you don't have that, you could use Worcestershire sauce.
Is that red wine?
Yes, 1 cup of red wine here.
We always have an extra bottle. That we didn't like the taste of too much, but we'll cook with it. But then I heard you never want to cook with wine you don't really like to drink.
No.
So we'll just pitch it.
So once I add those 3 ingredients in the brown sugar, the red wine, I'll mix that around. And then what I have here are 4 cups of beef stock.
Okay.
You can add that in. Want to mix this up a little bit. You want to bring this to a boil. So I'll turn the heat up a little bit. Once you have that, you can add in all the rest of your ingredients.
Okay, so your meat has already been seasoned and browned. And then we have carrots and potatoes.
And potatoes, yes.
My favorite.
I like to add the carrots in first. It gives a little bit more flavor by sautéing them in the oil.
Oh, okay.
But you don't want to overcook them either, so they're going to be too soft. You want them a little tender. I like my vegetables a little crunchy. So what I have here is the finished product. This has been cooking for about 45 to 60 minutes. It depends on the temperature you have it at. And this is pretty much ready to go. I like to eat stew over rice, or you could use noodles, or you could just eat it like this. You already have your starch in there, but on a day like this is perfect. You have your vegetable, your starch, your protein.
It looks fantastic.
And a little bit of sauce here.
Now your salt and pepper, did you already put that in?
I put that in. You could season it at the end if you want. But remember, whenever you're cooking something for a long time, if you reduce it, you're going to cook down the salt. So you could always add salt at the end. You don't want to over-season it at the beginning, otherwise you're going to end up with a mess there.
Put some of that in a dish. I'm going to give it a little try.
Then if you want, you could garnish it with a little bit of parsley.
Okay. Pretty bowl.
Which I have here.
Oh, does that look good? Let me just grab a potato. We'll stick it there.
It's going to be hot, so be careful.
I'll blow on it. It smells delicious. We'll set that there so you can get a good look at it. That is delicious. Michael, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Again, Plae is located in Bellevue, Plae Bistro, and the recipe for this Guinness stew is online, fox11online.com. Click on Good Day Wisconsin. He'll be back with grilled cheese bites in an hour. You're watching Good Day Wisconsin.